He goes, yep, that's them. He goes, do us a favor, show Wolf's Paw them vermin things what you killed. He goes, see, I told you, there were 4 or 5 more of the blighters. They took care of them, though. He kind of looks at him and says, yes, I suppose this is fair. He says, so you're in for half, then? Yes, count me in for half. Okay, and you see him kind of like reach into his pocket and hand like a pile of coins to the mayor.
Shinies.
Who walks forward and goes, well, we think it's only fair. As I said, I am a plain talking person that believes in being straight up. Here's a bonus 200 gold crowns for you lot for taking care of that problem.
Nice.
Thank you.
So that's a total of additional 700 gold that you've been rewarded, plus the 500 you got originally.
Okay.
Now then, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go and see a man about a dead wyvern. And he wanders out of the inn.
Take care, sir.
Loman kind of walks over and points at the carcass and kind of like beckons you to follow him.
Okay. May I go with him?
If you want to, sure.
All right. Guys, I will see you in a bit.
Okie dokie. So
we're splitting all the gold, right? So that's 1,200, so we each get, 400.
Oh, I'll give it to you guys later. Right now, I'm just have it.
Oh, you're leaving us.
You have to know Racer snatched the gold off the table before it even touched the wood. It's like Cat, as he went to put it down, her hand would have been like shoot straight out from underneath it.
Right.
Reese's robbing us,
Okay.
Kim. What the hell?
Basically, he takes you off. He takes you down to the blacksmith, and he kind of shows you. He cures the hide and all that. It takes about 4 to 5 hours total.
Do I gain knowledge from this?
Let's just say it would give you good justification to spend points in that area if you want to.
Sweet.
Rero, thanks for the follow. But
Cool.
yeah, basically, at the end of that process, in his own way, he kind of motions to you that it needs to dry for a full day, but then it will be, you'll have a full blown.
Wow.
Badass.
Can't wait to
beautiful
see that
white
drawing.
White Siberian tiger pelt to wear and scare the children with. Right. Meanwhile,
Oh, you're a zombie again. Wait, are you?
no.
Oh,
You were.
yeah,
for
you're
just
zombieing out.
One second.
Your goatee.
Zombie go
I can't
over.
make it do it now.
All right, you're fine now.
That was strange.
Whatever.
Okay, so
Yeah, you're back.
Meanwhile, you guys are still at the table with Zamil.
I'm actually by the fireplace.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not going to sit down because he's like motioning for Kieliana to sit down.
I walk over with a straight face and look at him.
And he kind of props himself down on the hearth here with Cal on the other. Cal sits on the other side, and then he glances at Cal, and Cal gets up and runs and jumps in his lap.
Strange. Okay.
He says,
What do you got for us?
Well, first of all, I told you I'd do some research, and I'd let you know what I could find out about your strange marks. Have you had any, let's just say, unexpected reactions recently? Been compelled to do anything that you wouldn't normally do?
Very
We
much
think
so.
back to Raisa. Yes. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Every once in a while, we lose control of ourselves and go into an emotional tizzy, if you will.
Ah, yes. Unfortunately, I can only concur. It's going to continually get worse. You see, each time you succumb to the enchantments of the marks, you become more, or should I say less, resilient to it. The concept being that eventually, over time, these marks will pretty much rob you of your free will, and you'll do whatever the marks desire you to do. Presumably, whoever put them on you has an end result, an end goal, as it were. Now, I work for a syndicate as I kind of sort of mentioned before. And I've got some pressing business that I've arranged for some people to come and meet me here. I kind of feel somewhat untowards having this discussion with only two of you present. Perhaps we should wait until your colleague arrives.
Sure, that's fine with me. I mean, this is about all three of us. So.
I'm going to give you a proposition, you see, and I would like all of you to have a fair understanding of it.
Okay. So we're gonna wait.
Okay. Yeah. He basically says, I need to go up to my room to do a few things. I'll be back down shortly.
Okay.
Okay. So he heads up to his room. Several hours later, Racer comes back with her shiny new pelt over her back, looking all like swaggery.
We back in.
Holla! Okay.
Holla back, girl. Looking good, Race.
Yeah, turn around. Let's see it in all its glory.
Do a little spin.
Let me get the spin action here. Oh yeah, giggity. Check it.
Okay, shortly afterwards, he comes back down. Ah, you're back, yes. I didn't feel it was appropriate to have this discussion without you being here, I'm afraid, so, I must say, you have proven yourself rather resourceful. I wonder perhaps if you'd be willing to offer me your services directly. In exchange for knowledge, extreme wealth, and a secret that very few people know. In fact, I could probably count those that know it on one as your hand, as it were.
Well,
wait.
The thing. We already did you a service.
Oh, yes, and I fully intend to give you some information for it. Okay. I'm looking for additional services.
What kind of services?
Well, far from here, beyond the mountain range to the east, is a desolate land. For the most part deserted, but for a few settlements. I've discovered recently, well, me and my colleagues, the whereabouts of part of a lost artifact that me and some of my colleagues greatly desire. It's hidden in the ruins of an ancient city, one that's long disregarded and lost. If my belief is correct, it is full of ancient wonders and treasure, the sort of place that any would-be acquirer of shiny things or magical properties or religious artifacts might be compelled to wish to go, yet so few could possibly know of its existence. If I were to send you to it, perhaps you could retrieve one item for me, keeping the rest for yourself, considering it as payment, as well as I would give you certain knowledge that may be of great importance to you. Namely, the people or the names of the people that put those marks on your arms. Now, I was about to meet another group of, treasure hunters here. They were supposed to arrive 3 days ago, but alas, they have failed to appear. If they show at all, in light of this, I would like to offer you the contract instead, seeing as you have proven yourself quite capable, and I believe you might actually succeed.
Can you speak to us in more plain terms, sir? What are you trying to say to us? What are you really trying to say?
I will tell you how to find this lost citadel.
Yes.
Which very few people know.
Okay.
And as I said, I'm aware of its location, yet appearing to be too obvious here. There are only maybe 5 people that might know where it exists.
Right.
You know, as I said, that you could consider maybe no more than the number that you could count on an as your
I get
hand.
it, sir. I got it the first time. I just wanted
Then how much
plain
petty
terms.
do I need to be?
Well,
he says, I'm merely trying to suggest you go there on my behalf.
Right. Okay.
Do what you people do, and acquire an item for me. Bring it back. I promise you, there is more treasure there that I could possibly hope to reward you. However, I do believe you are trustworthy, as I've witnessed you perform this task for his lordship, and I understand that the word of a priest of St. Cuthbert is his bond.
Okay.
So, if you do not come out of this appropriately compensated, I personally will pay you 3,000 gold crowns, 1,000 each. And I will tell you who put the marks on you. Which, personally, to me, is probably what the price is really... That's the price we're really discussing.
Oh my god. Okay.
Understand, these people
You need to leave right now for 1 minute while we talk.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, scurry up, tittle tattle, go away.
Okay, he gets up and starts to leave. You notice Cal begins to follow him.
Cal, come back here.
Cal kind of stops and looks at you, and then looks back at
So
him.
defiant, like a
And
teenager.
he smiles at Cal and nods politely, and Cal comes scurrying back.
What?
Almost like Cal
Kia,
actually
what's up
has
with
to
Cal?
ask permission.
Kia, what's
he
going on
must
with
have
Cal?
some spell that possesses others' familiars or something. I'm not gonna have that, though.
Look.
Can't
This
you
guy...
ask him?
We got
He
bigger
just-
problems here, guys. Hello?
Problems?
Yes.
I see no problems.
A member of the Azure Hand, a group in Korthan, that one person we know steals, which is illegal. Another do something for me and I'll do something for you bullshit. I'm tired of it.
Why?
Right.
I'm not gonna work for an open criminal. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not doing it. Especially
What if
that.
we could find a way where it's, where you're doing justice for somebody or something?
Justice is. You're actually.
He didn't say he
considering
was a
this?
member of the Azure Hand, did he?
He said he was a member of a very small syndicate. Like,
But he didn't say he was a member.
I'm
Maybe
pretty
he
sure he
knows
was.
somebody who's a member.
Well, are we going to tell him that we killed one of the Azure Hand's buddies in Korthan?
Maybe we should ask him what business he has with the Azure Hand. How does he know of them? Where does he fit in? Instead of assuming that he is. Or isn't.
He's a magical dude. He's a mysterious dude. I mean, we can ask him that.
Why don't you go to the Citadel for other reasons, and maybe Race and I will do something over there. You just won't know about it.
That is like as obvious as it can come that you're going to do something I would not approve of. So
Hey,
don't-
Radovan, why don't you just stand aimlessly outside the bank and me and Kiro pop in should we come out with money? We just made a withdrawal.
you guys are actually.
I don't understand where the issue is here. There's a guy who wants us to go to a place
He
that
knows
nobody
about the
knows
marks.
about and pick up some stuff.
He said he was
That's
going to
lying
tell
around.
us about the marks. What did we learn? We
He hasn't told us
guessed-
yet.
My impression is we'd have to do this bullshit for him first.
No.
So-
He said he's still going to uphold this part of his original part of the deal. He
Okay,
just has an
I'm-
additional deal he wants us to do.
You guys are actually considering working for this guy who's a known, like 80%, I'm sure he is of the Azure Hand. He cannot be more on the nose. Oh, the hand with 5 people. Look at the 5 fingers. They're beautiful.
But all he said
We
was
killed
5
them-
people
we killed
know
one
about
of them,
it.
you know?
You don't
He
know.
said 5 people know about
You
it
still don't
from
know.
the Azure Hand. That has nothing to do with
Radovan.
him knowing anything about the Azure Hand.
I don't like this at all.
Radovan, I suggest you listen to Raisa
I'm trying to, but
using a suggestion spell. Raisa's very... Raisa knows what she's talking about. Does it work?
Okay.
I don't think
well,
Radovan heard the conversation correctly.
Radovan needs to make
Right.
a saving throw.
I'm not
doesn't
sure
he?
you quite heard it correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, so reiterate what you suggest to Radovan.
Radovan, I suggest you listen to Raisa because she is thinking very rationally here, and you probably misheard.
Okay. Radovan, my friend. God, Tina casts so many spells on you. It's so funny.
I love it.
Okay, I believe I'm just going to tell you what you need to save.
Rado Rage.
Botch.
Rado Rage.
Botch.
Botch.
Yeah.
Botch.
Yeah, like all those saving throws that let's see. Okay, it's a willpower saving throw. So the difficulty for the willpower saving throw is going to be, what's your charisma, Kia?
18.
Okay, yeah. So the difficulty is going to be 4. Oh wow. Okay.
Goodness. Oh wow.
Okay, yeah, you need a 20 on the willpower save, dude.
Yes.
Now, if it hits me, will I know it's magical in nature?
No.
No.
And if it fails, will I know that she tried to cast a suggestion on me?
No.
Nice.
All right.
So you
Rado's
but you have a
mad.
pretty high willpower
He's
save
so
though, right?
Mad. You got a 12.
Yeah, I got a 12.
Okay. So once again,
Love
what was
you.
that suggestion?
I suggest you listen to Raisa. She's thinking rationally here.
Okay.
Okay.
So you basically listening to Racer seems like a good idea. Like
Well,
at least
and that we should talk to her.
entertaining her thoughts seems
Send-
logical.
Send the little fucking weirdo over here then. Let's go.
Love you. You're so mad. Oh my gosh.
Radovan needs to
That's so
calm
like-
down, or he's gonna like go all Mark on us.
Okay, so Zamil comes back to the back to the fireside.
So, am I taking the lead in this awkward? This is gonna be awkward then. If I'm taking the lead in this conversation.
You're
Looks
doing
like
it.
You've
All
got
right,
the
let me-
least socially
okay.
acceptable person doing the diplomacy.
Okay, I gotta try and channel better racist speak here. So okay. All right. So eyes averted to the floor. So, sir, I think we decided that first we would like to finish up with the original deal and the information that you can provide with that for us.
Okay, well, initially, as I'd said, this particular mark, it is designed to rob you of your will and potentially coax you to do things that its architects choose for you to do. The more it affects you, the more you'll become controlled by it. The longer you bear it, the more frequently it will affect you. I can strongly suggest that you avoid any kind of emotional situations. Try to avoid being angry. Try to avoid being excessively happy.
Looking at Radovan.
Even
me too.
that could be potentially hazardous.
Happy.
Anything that would exhume severe... for example, when you're angry, it may turn you to go into a blinding rage. If you're overly
that
happy,
happened.
you could possibly turn into a giggling idiot that starts to act like a fool.
Shiggles, you mean, sir?
Yes. But those are just what happens on the surface. You see, the ultimate goal of these marks is to control you for a purpose. This much I can tell you, and I'm happy to have done so. I will try to ascertain what the purpose is. Now I know, or I believe I know, who it is that put the marks upon you. I'm willing to tell you who that is, but understand the second I do so, I basically put a bounty on my life and possibly on the life of everybody else in my order. So I'm only willing to divulge this information should you do something that is, well, extraordinary for me and my order, if that makes sense.
May I ask who your order is?
All I can tell you is we are a group that believes in the study of esoteric creatures and esoteric magics, and that we mean no harm to anybody. But some people would frown upon what we do based on the fact that they don't understand it.
And to ask more plainly, it is not the Azure Hand.
Oh no, of course not. The
Thank
Azure
you. There
Hand
was
is
some
a
there was some
despicable group.
confusion, and I
Well,
just wanted to be sure.
You see, it's entirely possible that there are members of the Azure Hand possibly going after the object at the same time as you will be. Just possibly.
Which was also one of my other questions. What sort of dangers may we face?
Lost civilization, very magical civilization, hasn't been seen for thousands of years. Currently, members of the Azure Hand are probably trying to find it as well. Exactly, I don't know. I just know it probably won't be the safest thing you've ever done.
Well, not much.
Safety is in our daily regime.
But if you have indeed encountered members of the Azure Hand before, that would be a, well, significant edge on your behalf, because you'd know what to look for. You'd possibly know their tricks and stuff.
Indeed.
And you did dispatch a wyvern with seemingly barely but a scratch upon your person, so you're obviously quite capable.
Indeed.
Indeed.
As I said, if you do not come out of this with ample reward, I will give you 3,000 gold crowns. No ifs, ands, or buts. All you have to do is bring to me a small golden rod, as it were.
Do you have a drawing or...
I really don't. I can describe it to you, though.
Please.
It's going to be about 2 foot long. And at the very tip of it, it is going to be made of gold. It will probably have intricate markings up and down it, blah-de-blah. But at the very tip, there will be a jet black gem that has 9 individual little prongs holding it in place. Specifically 9. No more, no less.
Okay.
You find a gold rod with markings, a 9-pointed clasp, and a jet black gem. You found what I'm looking for. Anything else at all, money, gold, magical paraphernalia, is yours. Believe me, people would pay me thousands just to know the whereabouts of this place.
And why haven't you gone to seek this rod on your own?
I'm not stupid.
But we're stupid.
Well, you see, here's the problem. 4 attempts have been made on my life since since I acquired this knowledge. 4 attempts have been made on my life by various different organizations, 2 of which were working for the Azure Hand, I know for a fact. If I myself go there, I'm sure to be followed. Realistically, I will probably be killed as soon as I get there, and for what? So that they basically get to follow me to this place. No. My goal is to make somewhat of a public display that I'm going to find the object, leave in an entirely different direction while you circumnavigate my foes and go quietly and do the job for me.
And where shall we meet you?
Here.
Right
In about a
about?
month.
Don't you think you could leave in a fake direction and we can try to find the people trying to hunt you down?
I don't want to risk that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well,
I've already thwarted 4 attempts. I can probably successfully do so again. What I can't do is lead them there. I don't want to hire you as assassins or protectors. I want to hire you as treasure hunters. Go get my rod. And get rich at the same time. What I can tell you about this civilization is they were ahead of their time in many, many ways. They were great sorcerers, great architects, and one of their prime chosen metals was, in fact, gold. In fact, they wielded and used gold as frivolously as we use iron. Therefore, I have no doubt that there will be more than enough treasure to justify your greedy little needs. But also probably more. I will also caution you, however, that because they were a very magical race, it is entirely possible that they will have incorporated magical protections on any of their wealth. Trust me, I want you guys to succeed. I have no intent of sending you into some kind of foolish death trap.
I think we would like some more time to consider, but I appreciate the extra knowledge. Kia Radovan, do you have anything?
Nope.
Well,
If we may tend to these now, and I'll hold up the bag of the tails.
oh, yes, absolutely. You wanted to sell 2 of those, correct?
And knowledge for the other 2, please,
Okay, he
yes.
hands you 200 gold. He says, well, it would be a... basically, it would have to be a poison delivered by a wound, so turning them into a blade venom would be particularly useful. But wyvern venom is very prized and very potent. It is entirely likely that a single open wound, if this was exposed, could kill, realistically, the strongest of foes.
Even in the baby tails.
Well, I've got to be honest, I don't know the potency. Obviously, there'll be a lot less venom. I really haven't had time to study, which is one of the reasons I want this particular tail and the smaller tails to do some research and actually figure out the potency difference. In some species, the baby venom is actually more potent.
Would you
As they need it more to survive, because they don't have the claws and the teeth and the fangs and the wings.
Would you
Keeping
be
up my best
willing
follow.
to help me extract it?
Absolutely. We don't really have time to do that now, but when you return, if you accept my offer, I would more than happily do that.
Well, I think it's time for my cohorts and I to have a discussion.
Alrighty. So he heads off once again to the bar, leaving you to it.
Told you I wasn't a member of the Azure Hand, Radovan.
I feel like this is the first guy that actually knows something about our marks. So
If he can tell us who did it, that is everything.
it is everything.
Wouldn't it be?
I wish he could just, tell us now.
I know.
Me
This
too,
is
but if people are willing to kill him over that information,
We don't know if he's even telling the truth about half of what he just said.
My cat seems to trust him 100%.
Well, your cat was a fucking cat for 50 years of your life before it turned into a dragon.
30 years.
What are you
and-
trusting the cat for? Like, your cat is the most deceitful son of a bitch in this group.
You don't
kinda
know him,
tricky,
Ryan.
Oh, I'm a
Okay?
cat. I'm a
You
cat.
don't
No,
know
I'm a
him.
dragon.
I trust
I-
Cal with my life, alright? So shut up.
all right, guys, let's just figure this out.
I say yes. I say
This
we
is
do this.
ridiculous, is what
Sounds
it is.
awesome.
Radovan, what's
Sounds so
your
fun.
reservations now?
There's a dude who has the information we need, and we're not getting it from him
Okay.
when we need it.
Well, why don't you hold person and threaten to kill him and see if you can get it yourself?
I'll probably just smite you where you stand.
Yeah, that guy's magical. Are you kidding?
We're all well, not Risa, but I'm magical too.
Yeah,
He's
we-
old and magical, so he's probably experienced.
He probably has a bad hip.
Push him down the stairs!
Touche. Touche, he probably does.
And you're old and you're trusting a cat blindly.
That's
You
how
want me to try to
that's how you
charm
defeat
him
You
and get
push
the
him down stairs.
information?
God, the charm. Always with the charm in you. I don't know.
Yeah,
He said
he's
you're trying to
magical.
suggest
You
I don't
cast it on everybody? Seriously.
I do. I do cast it on everybody.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
What?
I'm just gonna look at Kia and stay silent.
What?
Nothing. So,
Meaningful information.
are we
going
gonna try to almost kill this guy for the information, or go on this quest where we could get potentially magic items, thousands of gold pieces, lots of bonuses to this? It'd be fun.
I think we could use some fun.
What he said sounded like fun to you guys. Magical protection, a lot of death.
Hidden citadels, thousands of gold pieces, magic,
lost treasure.
Hey, if we're gonna die anyways, why not go on a valiant adventure?
Right.
This is what have we been doing so far? We saved 2 towns as far as we know. I mean, maybe
they weren't hidden magical towns.
Yeah.
They were grounded towns with plenty of booze, good company, not bad people. And now this is the adventure, an abandoned lost city. That's fun to you guys. That's fun.
What does Cal think we should do?
Cal says 100% to trust this guy, and he knows what he's doing.
Of course, Cal said that.
I trust Cal.
Cal's like swooning over. If Cal was a human, he'd be a like slave or something.
I think this guy's important. He's the first person that's actually given us any solid information. Except
what we are expecting in this place, or what treasure we're going to find, or the name that he knows that he's not revealing to us.
Regarding the marks.
Yes. Alright, well.
So
Donovan, if you're
Yukia, it's all about the magic, and to you, Race, it's all about the gold treasure.
So you gotta find something that you want out of this. How about to know what's on your arm there?
A death sentence is on my arm. That's what's there.
Well, Radovan, if we don't do this, what do you suggest? How do we proceed?
Well, fun to me is, following the mayor to Corthan, getting the council member to oust that yarn spinner motherfucker.
I bet there's age-old whiskey over there.
How does outing yarn spinner help us remove the marks? Because it wasn't that
It gets us on good terms with Corthan, where there is another wizard named Porthan Delwint.
Who couldn't help us?
No, he had a price to helping us, but we could probably alleviate some of that.
If we go to the sunken.
What about the wizard that we were following up here to Creek's Hollow?
Why not this wizard? This wizard knows exactly what the
wizard
is.
But that wizard is an aloof wizard. What's his name? And we still haven't found him. He's an option. He's a course of action.
You're trying to put off months of things.
I'm trying to put off going to an abandoned citadel.
Let's keep our emotions in check. Emotions in check.
Check.
Yeah,
why don't we ask Zamil if he knows Alandro?
Yeah, that's
and
his
if
name.
he does, then maybe we can go and try and find him instead.
Okay.
Yes, let's see what he knows about, this other guy.
Okay.
We're gonna call him over again.
Alright, so he comes wandering back over. Have we decided?
Sir, you wouldn't happen to know a fellow wizard named Alandro, would you?
Afraid not. It doesn't ring a bell.
Quite extravagant. If you had ever met him, you would know, so...
Oh, then I'm sure. Unfortunately, I haven't then.
I give Radovan a look.
How far away is this lost city that only you somehow know about?
Well, here's the... it's not that only I know. Just a very small number of people.
You and your other special...
Special friends.
You see... You would have to go back across the mountains that you just came, but you have to go all the way to the other side.
Oh! More climbing! The same route that we just took to kill the wyvern?
Honestly, I don't know. Whichever way would get you all the way to the other side.
Awesome.
Okay, and so how long do you reckon that would take if we were to do that?
Well, I mean, it's going to take you probably a week to scale through the mountains. Once you get there, you must travel east through that region until you get to the desert region of Lanthan. You're going to travel to the city of Devedek and seek out an associate of mine. One...
Wait, what?
A Devedek?
I'm so confused right now. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, Radovan's looking pretty upset.
Yeah.
Have you been there before?
Raisa is so confused right now.
I'm just gonna look at the guy and say, "We're in."
Oh, well, that was easy.
What?
We're in.
Are all of you in? I must admit, you two ladies seemed like you were ready to partake on this adventure before, but
We're
now,
in.
Yes, that's two. And you, my dear, excellent. Well then, as I said, you're going to travel to the city of Devedek. When you get there, you may want to write this down. You're going to find an associate of mine. His
Racist
name
guy.
is Ahmed Halib.
One more time.
Ahmed Halib.
I couldn't hear you.
Please make sure you emphasize the B. He gets very upset.
Ahmed Halib.
No, Ahmed Halib.
Ahmed Malib.
Halib.
Halid.
Alib.
Seriously. These strange folk, they have a weird assonation with their names. Please pronounce it correctly or you'll get on his wrong side immediately. Ahmed Halib.
I was thinking of
Got
Robin
it.
Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah, I was too.
I always
Jew,
think
God
about
bless
that whenever
you.
I think about you, actually, because it's kind of ironic.
Okay.
But,
Yeah, that was awesome.
but anyway, he will lead you to the Lost City. I'm going to give you a package that you shall give to him as payment for his services. Only he must open the package, as its contents is rather valuable, and for him specifically. See how I'm willing to trust you already. I'm going to hand you a valuable package and trust you to deliver it to him.
Yeah, you won't just tell us what the mark is. You gotta make us do all this crap.
Absolutely. Why would I want to risk my own life and get nothing in return? Unless you, of course, have anything to offer me that may make this worthwhile.
How about 1,000
but I
gold?
don't kill you.
Well, I'm going to pay you 3,000, so that would hardly seem logical, now would it?
I'll give you Radovan.
I don't have
What about
much
Cal?
use for a washed-up cleric.
Would you like Cal?
No.
What?
Just kidding about that one.
If I wanted that, I could have it. No
All
offense.
You want your own town? I'll give you this place.
I don't think it's yours to give.
Alright.
But anyway, let me, and he kind of reaches into his bag, goes, this is something I acquired from my room just recently. He hands you a box. The box is like a dark wooden box. It has strange sigils and marks upon it. I do caution you not to try to open this. It wouldn't feel good. But anyway, when you first cross the mountain pass, you're going to arrive at a small settlement known as a leaf. There you can hire camels and probably a guide that will lead you to Devedek. So, through the mountains to Azaleaf, hire a guide and camels, head to Devedek, find Ahmed Halib, give him the box, he will take you to where you can enter the Lost Citadel. I'm sorry, Radovan's gotten too easy, so I'm happy to start working on you guys now to make the signals work.
Yeah.
Well played, Gore. Well played.
So, yes, bring me my golden rod.
Alright, cool.
Just as a affirmation, the 3,000 gold is in lieu if you do not find a treasure or anything of worth.
Okay.
Please don't try to con me. It wouldn't really sit well.
Ahmed Halid.
Ahmed Halib. I
Alright.
cannot stress
Let's
enough
get
how
this over
important
with.
it is that you get this man's name correctly.
Okay.
Maybe
It's like
I'll
some
speak
kind of
with him.
insult to these
Don't
people
let
if you
Kia
mispronounce their
speak
name.
then when they
That's
meet.
just his short name. His actual full name is probably at least 50 more syllables.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you.
So, leaving in the morning then?
Why not?
Early.
Unfortunately, this town is kind of dried out. You might want to go to, Scarrow before you head to get provisions.
Ugh. That's a good idea. We could see what they do with
Yarn spinner.
yarn spinner.
Well, it probably won't be done in time, but yeah, sure. All right.
Well,
Thank
then,
you.
I look forward to our next meeting when you bring me my rod.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
stand up, shake his hand,
Alrighty.
initiating that he should leave.
Booyah! Okay, well, that is about it for us tonight. We went a little bit past. We're too close to finishing this one up. I see experience points in your midst,
Yay!
which we will discuss and sort out. Hi there, I'm Gorbad, the Dungeon Master on How Reroll, and if you'd like to follow my personal channels, you can do so at twitch.tv/Gorbad, or follow me on Twitter @Gorbad.
Hi guys, I'm Bane. If you'd like to hang out with me some more, come chill in my own personal stream at twitch.tv/Bane1271, or toss me a follow over on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at Bane Blackstar. I hope to see you soon.
Oh, hi, I did not see you there. When I'm not playing a badass Cleric of St. Cuthbert on How We Roll, I am Shagget. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Shagget, or on Twitter if you can figure this out at @aneb_convos. See you guys.
Hey guys, I'm Jane. I play Kia Liana on How We Roll, as you probably know. You can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/JaneIvana. I stream sometimes. Or you can follow me on Twitter at JaneOnTwitch, and that is with a 0. Peace, suckers.